Hello everybody and welcome back to plugin development. Chunk claims is this series and this is episode 2. So the last one we left off after finishing the player join event. So next what we're going to do is our first block place event. So let's do block place event 1 because we're going to have 2 of these events, but we'll do that. EventListener, press OK. And then event, we'll say BlockPlaceEvent. And the first thing we're going to do is get our player object. So we're going to do set local variable, player, insert method, placed block, or place block event, block place event, same thing. And then get player. And it'll ask for the event, so we're going to say current event, and there's our player. Now we're going to set a local variable where we get the UUID string, which is going to be a method, class UUID to string, insert method, let's do player, and get unique ID of the variable player. Now let's get the block that was placed by doing set local variable, say block placed, insert method, block place event, get block placed, and then current event. And next we are going to get the chunk that this block is in. So say chunk and insert method of class block. Make sure it's org.bukkit.block.block, and then method get chunk from the block, which is our block placed. And next we are going to get the x coordinate of this chunk. So let's call it chunk x. Insert a method of class type chunk org.bukkit.chunk, get x from the chunk variable, which is just chunk. And then we're also going to get the chunk chunk z, sorry. Get z, just like this. Then we can copy that, paste it in here. And then let's get the world that the chunk is in. So we'll do world and insert method, chunk, get world, and then insert our variable for chunk. Next, I think we're going to get the world name. So we'll do set local variable world name, which is a value of method class world. Make sure it's org.bukkit.world, get name from the world, which is our world variable. Next, we are going to set the path for our player player claim path. So player claim path, which is going to be insert string concatenation like this. And then the first one will be players dot insert variable, our player UUID string, and then plus insert another string dot claim, and just like that. Next, we will get the block type. We could have done this earlier, but it doesn't really matter. So let's do block type and insert method block org.bucket.block.block get type from our placed block placed. And next we're going to set a variable which will be used for the amount of chunks that are meant to be claimed. So we're just going to say an empty number variable for now. And then we're going to do an if statement. So if is equal. So then we'll say our variable for block type. If block type is equal to a material type of, you can make this anything you want, but I'm going to make it an iron block. So then insert string iron block. Now we're going to do set local variable, and we're just going to say the chunks to claim variable. And if it's an iron block, then we're going to insert number 1 chunk to claim. And then we'll say else. Then just copy this, paste inside. And so if it's not an iron block, we'll set chunks to claim to 0. And then if negated is equal. So if the chunks to claim variable is equal to 0, and then if, because we negated it, it's if not equal to 0, then we will get our next if statement here. So if it was 0, there's no chunks to claim, it'll just cancel this whole code. But if it is not equal to 0, so 1, 2, 3, 4, whatever, then we're going to run some code. So if statement negated is equal, let's do insert method, configuration, get string, and we will insert a method here, which is Java plugin, get config from this plugin, and the path will be our player claim path. I believe what we called it. Yep, player claim path, so that's perfect. And we're going to say if it is not equal to a blank string, then we are going to get the name of their claim. So set local variable, claim name is equal to method configuration, get string, and then we'll just copy this, paste in here, and we'll copy the player claim path, just like that. And next, we are going to want an if statement underneath the green. Make sure it's not under the blue here. If is equal, let's say the first object is method, and we'll say a player class, get name of our player variable, so just player. So if the name of the player is equal to, let's see here, let's do configuration section, get string, and this is where we're going to check if if the player is the owner of the territory, therefore allowing him to make a claim. So insert method configuration, and we'll do get configuration section, paste in, oh, whoops, delete that, copy this, paste it in here, and then string concatenation, and we will say insert string claims dot insert our variable, the claim name. And then the path will be owner. So if the player's name is equal to the owner name, then we are going to set a local variable, call it player authority. Oh, authority, insert method, configuration, get int, because it's a number value, get int, just like that, paste, and then let's do string concatenation. The first string being players dot, the next string being our variable for the player UUID, just like that. Add another one, insert string dot authority, just like that. And next we will get the max chunks that they can claim. So we'll set a local variable to max chunks, and we'll type math here, insert the variable for our player authority. So this is the number value of the authority. Then we're going to do times, insert method, configuration, get int, and then we'll paste our configuration in there, and insert string chunks per authority, just like that. And yeah, so now what we're gonna do is we're gonna get the available chunks. So let's do set local variable under here, and it'll say, oops, available chunks, and we'll do some more math. And this one will be the max chunks variable. So max chunks, subtract, insert a method, configuration, get int from string, and then paste our configuration again. And the path will be string concatenation, insert string, players dot, then our player UUID string again, and then let's insert string dot claimed chunks. So it's our max chunks, subtract the number that they have already claimed, and that'll equal the available chunks. So then let's do an if statement under the green here, and we'll set it to negated. Let's do a number comparison. And so if the available chunks is less than the chunks to claim, then we'll do another if statement, is equal And we'll say insert variable chunks to claim. So if it is equal to 1, then, and the way we're going to get the chunk key is by setting a local variable chunk key, and then we're just going to do string concatenation. Our first one will be our world name. Our next string is just going to be a semicolon. Our next string is going to be a variable that we got already, which is chunk x. Add another string, insert string, semicolon, insert another string, which will be our variable for chunk z. And then we'll set a local variable, chunk key path, which is string concatenation. And we'll do string claims dot insert variable claim name plus insert string dot claimed regions dot plus our chunk key. So chunk key. And then we'll do set local variable claimed so far, and we'll set it just to 0 for now. And I think that'll be the end of episode 2 here. So we'll pick up again in just a little bit, and we'll finish off this BlockPlace event. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.